the head teacher of Narere Primary School, Mr. Paramal Naidu, the Permanent Secretary of Education, Mr. Yohan Tiko, Directors, Minister of Education, Director of Technical Education, Mrs. Almedi Tiswal, Director Finance, Makarita, Director Heritage, Mrs. Luciana Tufili, Director HR, Mr. Aroni Loni Mode, Director Exams, Sedri Wanubada, other senior staff, Director of Curriculum, Mr. Vimlesh Chand, staff from Archives, Director Primary, Mr. Him Chand, other senior members of Education Ministry Headquarters, the Divisional Education Officer, Suba, and Central and Education Officer, Josefa, head teachers of neighboring schools, teachers of the school, parents, ladies and gentlemen, and dear children. Namaste to you all. It's an honor and pleasure to be back on track after a short break following Cyclone Winston. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been pursuing our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Bainimarama's education dream. What is our education dream? Education dream is to ensure that we provide quality education accessible to all Fijians in Fiji, in material where they originate from. That's the education dream, is to remove all obstacles to ECE, access to ECE education, primary education, secondary education, tertiary education. Ladies and gentlemen, following Cyclone Winston, we had to put aside some of our strategies that we were rolling this year. So we took a break, get the dust settled a bit. The dust is yet to settle, but we are now back on our feet, hence the launching of this strategy today. The dream education that we have has been incorporated within a number of policies that we have rolled out with the reforms in education sector that our ministry began early last year. The reforms include Pillar 1, improve teacher competency, improve infrastructure, improve curriculum, and the last pillar, parental engagement. Ladies and gentlemen, never in the history of our nation has any past government prioritized education to the level that we are experiencing today. Never before we had this level of discourse on education happening in the country. You open newspaper, you'll find people talking about education, positive and negative both. That is what we want. We want people to interrogate about what we're doing in education at different levels, at the headquarters and in our technical colleges, in the universities, in primary schools, in secondary schools, in ECE centers. You listen to TV news, you listen to radio news, talkback shows, you'll find people talking about education. That demonstrates that people have now realized that the long-lasting solution to sustainable growth, development, and peaceful society is to have an educated, knowledge-based society. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we were successful in able to put into the discourse amongst the rank and file, not only amongst the policy makers, about the importance of education for the children in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the Bainimarama government has set a vision for, to develop a knowledge-based society. And that's what defines dream education, or the education dream for Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the prerogative of every student to have access to quality education, and we have made it our personal goal to ensure that each student is able to really access quality education regardless of the social stature or regardless of the geographical location. Just yesterday, we visited Nuku Primary School. To us in the ministry, to our staff, our directors, our senior education officers, or education officers, distance doesn't matter when it comes to attending to issues or visiting and experiencing firsthand some of the challenges that our teachers or school leaders are confronted with. Yesterday we visited Nuku Primary School. Nuku Primary School is not here in Nandawa or Narere, like National Sangam School, where you can hop in your vehicle and just get to the school. To get to Nuku Primary School, we cannot drive there. You have to go down to Navua, behind the Navua market, hop onto this little canoe, and someone will take you 1 hour right up the Navua River to Namosi. And on the right of the river, after 1 hour boat ride, you'll find Nuku Primary School located there. There are a few other schools located, there are high school as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we were able to go and talk to the community, talk to our school teachers, talk to the children, and list down some of the urgent priorities that will make difference to them. We are steadfast in ensuring that the quality of education that we offer to students here in Narere Primary School, or Nasrul Sangam School, or Rishukul Primary School, or Nehru Primary School is no different to the services that we should be providing to children out there in the interior or in the maritime division. But to do that, we need to have the conviction and the will, at least to start with, and the financial resources will follow in. Ladies and gentlemen, today our ministry is launching the Students and Parents Pledge in an effort to consolidate the roles of students and parents to the vision, mission and dream of the Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts. The pledge, a mantra, is expected to give students and parents a sense of ownership of the role that they play in achieving this common goal and shared vision of our education dream. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 2 decades, if you have noted, that parents had left the growth, development and education of the child to the education system. If you hear at home children being a bit mischievous, the parents will say, wait till you get to school, the teacher will fix you. Ladies and gentlemen, parents are the first role model, first teacher of the child. Parents have to take ownership. Parents have to know what the child is doing. Parents need to understand what problems the child is facing. Parents need to have full idea about how the child is progressing in his or her studies. Parents need to take ownership of the child's education, growth and development. Ladies and gentlemen, the Student and Parents Pledge, which will be given out to all students, 1 each free, right from year 1 to 13, specifies important promises that the students and parents make to themselves every day. The beginning of the class in the morning, the teacher with the students will read out the Students' Pledge. In students, these promises talk about respect and love for others, importance of health, staying with clean thoughts, attending school daily, respecting school rules, saying no to drugs, using technology for good purpose, and being a proud Fijian contributing to the peace and progress of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this Students' Pledge is not plucked out of internet or some other country or some other country school system. It is homegrown, developed by our own staff, our own senior management. We had brainstorming, we had a list from Heritage, list from Technology section, list from HR, list from Primary section, but we could not publish all because we wanted a small, handy pledge, which is easy to keep by the children and carry around, and every day they could pluck it out. That's why we had eliminated this. Ladies and gentlemen, the child will repeat this pledge to himself or herself daily, and as such form key connections to the pledge and the processes evolving around their lives. The pledge will assist the child to see where they are heading to, are they in the right direction, what changes must they bring to reach the end goals, and what are their needs to reach that goal. The pledge becomes an inseparable part of the child's life. Ladies and gentlemen and parents, imagine a child reads out this pledge, 9 points, 9 pledge. Every morning for the whole year, the child's brain will be saturated with these important aspects of life. The pledge, the 9 points you know, deals with important aspects of physical fitness, values, virtues, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, there are undeniable facts that children nowadays are conformed to attitudes and behaviors that are affecting their core role in school. The trend of these children's involvement in risky behavior has to be halted. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, relative to 3 decades ago, in some of our days, the kinds of challenges children are facing now never existed before. Because we did not have exposure to TV, did not have exposure to all kinds of movies, Facebook, internet, etc. And these challenges are putting enormous amount of pressure on our children. Pressure which could divert them away from our vision to have the child educated as we want to fulfill government's objective. Ladies and gentlemen, these children are involving themselves in harmful actions like failing to attend school regularly, late arrival to school and classes, truancy, disruptive behavior in class, bullying, consumption of alcohol, tobacco and drugs, engaging in sexual activities, teenage pregnancies, showing disrespect to parents, teachers, elders, and vandalism. Some of these topics, ladies and gentlemen, some 3 decades ago was a taboo. You wouldn't want to talk about it. You wouldn't want to even mention about some of these terminologies. But the reality is that we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it with our children so that we can explain to them why they should not engage in this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, parents, if we don't talk to them, someone else is talking to them through text messages, through internet, or while the child is commuting back and to and fro from home to school. We need to talk to them and give them the right information so that the negative information given to them are removed from their minds. The Parents' Pledge outlines and ensures that students will always have a support system in place, regardless of circumstances they may be faced with, be it a cheering parent at a rugby match, a study buddy parent during revision week, or shoulder to cry on parent when there is a need. Parents have to be there with the child. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to develop an environment where your child is willing to come forward and share with you. Sometime back I was saying about counselors. You can have 1 or 2 or 3 counselors in school, but it will be of no use if the child is not willing to come forward and share the problem. The real challenge in the school is not to have counselors. We can provide, probably cut down on some expenses, but to motivate the child, building confidence in the child to come forward and make the critical step to the teacher or home teacher or principal and say, sir or madam, I have a problem at home. Or I have this person bugging me. Or I have this physical problem that no one understands or no one wants to talk to or discuss with me. Ladies and gentlemen, what can parents do to motivate their child to share their problem with them? When the child comes home, or on a dinner table, or when going for a walk. This is something that parents need to continuously ask themselves, interrogate themselves, and develop an environment where they can talk to their child. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not required 3 decades ago. But unfortunately, the kinds of problems and challenges our children are facing now, we have to look at more innovative ways of how and innovative models of child development and growth. Dear parents, be the person you want your child to be. Parents are, and as I alluded to, foremost the greatest role model to their children and have the greatest impact on a child. Mold your child and teach them to value life, relationships, religion, and moral values. Ladies and gentlemen, each student has a potential which are far beyond our imagination. No student is a writer. Every student has a talent. The challenge is for us, parents, teachers, is to identify what is the potential of your child. How can we do that? How can we identify the child's potential and then nurture the child towards that, rather than pushing a child towards a particular subject area in which the child does not have any interest at all. Ladies and gentlemen, as I launch the Students' Pledge, along with Parents' Pledge, I'm also reminded of my pledge to you, and that is to ensure that every Fijian child has access to quality education. My pledge and our pledge is linked to our government's pledge, linked to the education dream that our Honorable Prime Minister has. Therefore, it is critical that parents realize their roles and team up with their children to assist them to attain educational success. While this pledge will psych up the children to give priority to important aspects of their lives, it will serve the parents a perfect platform to be the assistance and motivation that all children desire for. Ladies and gentlemen, your presence here today, particular parents, shows your commitment towards your child's education. Your partnership with Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts is mandatory for the progress of our children. Don't leave us alone. Please, work with us, partner with us, so that we can give you the best education that your child deserves. This pledge will continuously remind us of our roles and responsibilities as we walk hand in hand to nurture an education system which is second to none in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with these words, let me now unveil the pledge. Thank you, Black and White.